Do with me, O Lord, as it pleases you. My life, my heart, my soul, my riches, all is yours, Lord. This passionate petition went up to the throne of God like incense from the fiery heart of a young woman, widow, in France, called Madame de la Peltrie. She was just 24 years old, but her heart ardently desired to serve God without any reserve. Years later, this young woman received a copy of a letter written from a far-off land by a Jesuit missionary. As she began to read the letter, the words of the priest inflamed her heart. "Alas," writes the Jesuit priest, "is there no charitable and virtuous lady who will come to this country to gather up the blood of Christ by teaching his words to the little Indian girls?" Madame de la Peltrie needed no more. Her vocation was revealed to her as if an angel had spoken. God had destined her for the mission to a great nation across the seas, Canada. There was no room for half measures in her generous heart. She decided immediately to follow the will of God. After this, she actually received a mystical revelation from our Lord that her mission was to go to Canada as a confirmation, to go to Canada and there labor for the conversion of all the little Indian girls. Our Lord promised her that she would go to Canada and spend the rest of her days there doing apostolate. Great souls are tested by God with great trials. Soon after miraculously receiving her vocation, she fell gravely ill. All hope vanished, and it seemed her soul would depart for eternity at any moment. But what about the promise Christ had made to her? Could it have been all just maybe an illusion? She hoped against all hope and decided to have recourse to the great and glorious Saint Joseph. Madame de la Peltrie made a promise to build a church in his honor in Canada and to devote herself and to devote all her riches, all her wealth to the service of the young little Indian girls. As soon as she made the promise, she fell asleep. When she awoke, the doctors surrounding her were astonished, and one of them went and asked her, "What happened to your illness, madame? Your illness seems to have gone to Canada." And the young woman replied, hardly able to hold back her tears of joy, "Yes, yes, sir. As you say, my illness has gone to Canada." While all this was happening, in a convent in another city, in Tours, always in France, a young Ursuline nun had a prophetic dream. Sœur Marie de l'Incarnation, that was her name, dreamt that a young lady whom she had never seen or she didn't know took her by her hand and led her on a journey westward towards the ocean, towards the sea. They arrived at a beautiful place. The two ladies then met a holy man dressed in white. He was the guardian of this beautiful place, and he invited them to enter. When they entered, they saw a church, and they saw Our Lady and the little infant Jesus in her arms above the church. Now, at the foot of the church, they saw a beautiful and great country with immense forests and high mountains.
If you like this video, press the like button and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos.